what we have in Milwaukee. I have to say, I've been involved in fundraising, looking at Ellen with the Art Museum and many other things. But working with Christy and Katie and the staff at UPAC, we are in really good hands in raising money for the arts. And what is a very important venture for Milwaukee to separate us. Life truly is better with the arts. We're very fortunate to have this group help us in the 34 member groups, and you're going to hear Rob and Carly in something very special also to demonstrate that. It really makes a difference, and it's because of donors and people that care that make that difference. So thank you all for that, and whatever you may do in the future to help.
Thank you guys so much. This first song I'm singing is from Seussical, the musical, which is one of the shows that's being featured in the 25th anniversary season. This might be a pool like I've read of in books, connected to one of those underground brooks, an underground river that starts here and flows right under the bathtub, and then, who knows, it's possible. Anything's possible. It might go along down where no one can see, right under State Highway 203, right under the wagons, right under the toes of Mrs. Ambroso, who's hanging out clothes. It's possible. Anything's possible. This might be a river, now mightn't it be, connecting Miguel and its pool with the sea? Then maybe some fish would be swimming toward me. Oh, the sea is so full of a number of fish. If a fellow is patient, he might get his wish. And that's why I think that I'm not such a fool as I sit here and fish in McGalligan's pool. It's possible. Anything's possible. It's possible. Anything's possible.
I just want to tell you one quick story. Please drink your wine. Don't worry about that, okay? But shortly after I started First Stage, I went to every single performance because I had never done children's theater, right? And so my job is to make the most profound theatrical experience possible between the audience and what goes on the stage. And so I was always watching everybody. I did all the curtain speeches before the shows. And one show we did was a show called 1,000 Cranes. You know the story of Sadako Sasaki? She's a little Japanese girl who was like 9 years old, and she died at 52 from leukemia that she contracted from the nuclear bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima. That's her city. And so it's her story. And you know the origami crane? That comes from her story. All the school children in Japan started sending these symbols of long life and happiness to her hospital room. And then since then it's become like this international symbol for peace, right? And if you go to Hiroshima in the Peace Park, there's a giant statue of Sadako there, this young child who inspires the world for peace, who died when she was 9. So you're doing this play about her life, right? And I'm like in the lobby during intermission at one of the shows, right? And I'm talking to this parent, how did you like it? How's it going? How's your child like it? I'm talking to everybody, and this 10-year-old child walks up to me and says, Mr. Goodman, I just want to thank you for doing this play. And I just want you to know that my leukemia has been in remission for 3 years. Hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm interested in my art, which is really important. But all of a sudden, the value and impact and the relevance of what I do on that stage, that it has on children, just hit me. And from that moment forward, it changed my entire outlook on what I did. I wanted it to be even better than I had been doing it. It was more important. And I had more responsibility than ever to present it, to present stories that are important to them, stories that really touch them, because when they come, it's their story, it's their play, it's their stage. And so that's been First Stage's mission, if you will, for the last 24 years. First Stage, transforming lives through theater. Now, there are other arts organizations in Milwaukee who can say the same thing, that they use their art form to help the children of our community. All of the UPATH members have all kinds of different kinds of arts and education programs, but almost all of them are geared towards the same thing. Whether you're learning to play a violin, or whether you're learning to sing, or whatever you're doing on the stage or other things, you know, it has an intrinsic value for shaping you as a human person. It builds character. It develops leadership skills in the children who are our future for tomorrow. Now, you can tell I'm a storyteller and I can talk forever, right? I'm not going to. I want to bring Carly back to close us off because I have so much to say.
First Stage Academy has a really amazing ritual that they do every day, at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. All of the Academy students get together from all the different units, and they have what's called beginning of day with all the teachers. And all of the students present challenges to each other for the day. So I could say, I challenge you, Billy, to have a great improv class today and to really take some risks and make everybody laugh. And, you know, Billy could challenge me to pick up 3 pieces of trash at lunch. And then we go, you know, and then we do the first stage cheer. And then at the end of the day, we have acknowledgments. So I can say, I acknowledge you, Dee, because you really inspired me in scene study today, and you did a great job memorizing that speech or something. And it's so important because it teaches these kids to be aware throughout the day of things that they're grateful for and things that they appreciate in their fellow students and fellow artists. And it can range, you can thank Rob, or you can thank the kid in your unit, or you can thank, you know, the person at the front desk. And it's just an awareness that's so important. So, but anyway, the cheer is, I can't is not in my vocabulary. I take risks. I conquer my fears. And I am not afraid to lead. And those aren't the current hand motions, but it's something like that. And everyone does it. And I remember thinking how important that cheer was when I was in the academy, and have always tried to conquer my fears as a result. And so this song is a song that scares the crap out of me. And it's a song that has so much of a reputation it's from Wicked, it's Defying Gravity. And it has so much of a reputation behind it, and so many fabulous singers have sung it. And I have not allowed myself to, because I am afraid. And in true First Stage spirit, I'm going to sing it for you right now. So here we go. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't bring me down. I'm through accepting limits, but someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I'm lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. It's time to try defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye. I'm defying gravity, and you won't pull me down. Limited, my future is unlimited, and I just had a vision take a message back from me.